The molten glow of an ongoing eruption silhouetted against its winter snow. Volcanologists say the lava isn't coming from a main crater, it's spewing from a fracture in the mountain, and we don't know how long it will go, but the scene of extremes brings a unique red glow to the frozen ground below. Hi, I'm Carl Azus for The World from A to Z. Next, inflation. It's when the prices of things we commonly buy go up. It's been a problem for the economy for several years, and as of this January at least, it hadn't gone away. In 2021, inflation started hitting its highest rate increases in decades. That meant prices were jumping dramatically. For instance, they were 9% higher in June of 2022 than they were in June of 2021. 2 years ago, inflation rates started steadily cooling off. Prices were still rising, just not by as much. And last September, the inflation rate was 2.4% over where it was the previous September. But then it started ticking up again. And the government's latest report says between last January and this January, prices rose 3%. Inflation is cumulative. It builds every year. That's why groceries today are significantly more expensive than the same ones 4 years ago.
What one is you eat you? True or false? Dangerous, false.
It's a difficult balance to achieve.
Word and out. A narrow, fast-moving air current is also known as what? Polar vortex, atmospheric river, jet stream, bomb cyclone. Characterized by high-speed winds that usually blow from the west. This is the definition of a jet stream.
And the one that blows in an often curved line from west to east across the U.S. is carrying a series of winter weather systems with it, what one meteorologist called a parade of storms. Tens of millions of Americans from coast to coast are under weather alerts. That includes some who live in Los Angeles County, California, where more than 18,000 homes and buildings were destroyed or damaged by wildfires last month. The disaster wiped out trees and vegetation that soak up rainfall, and that increases the probability of mudslides.
People should stay home. If you don't have to go anywhere, don't go.
Advice from Petersburg Public Works, and not just for Virginians, but for millions of people living up and down the eastern U.S. The first stop on a week-long.
What is your other answer? Lovely or hate? 3 degrees, love.
Of the day, there's nothing to see here, just a dinosaur paddleboarding. It was kind of funny watching him try to get up on the dock with those arms, though. Probably better on a paddleboard than bearing the bronto of a dino paddle. It wouldn't pleaseo anyone to see him brachio his Spinosaurus or an Ankylosaurus, which would leave him too Tyrannosaur to try to Ceratops the velocirapidity of a Gigantosaurus apex preda boarding record. After all, that would make prehistory. I'm Carl Azus. Glad you saw us today. This is The World from A to Z.